What is going on, everyone? So in today's episode, we are going to be working on Jeff's E46. We'll be taking out, well, we already took out his old coilovers and we're swapping it to these new ISC coilovers. This is not going to be a DIY tutorial on how to do this step by step. I'm simply just vlogging us replacing these two things. Now, I have no idea on how these coilovers are. These are my first time hearing about them. From the best of my knowledge is that these are good for the money, good budget coilovers, just under $1,000. They might be $1,000. I had to double check with Jeff. Fully adjustable and everything. I'm excited to put these in, so enjoy. Alright, so where are we at right now?
So we got everything taken apart now. We're just trying to figure out how to set up the new suspension because this one's completely different and has a million different ways you can adjust it, whereas the other one you can only adjust the ride height and it reused all the factory mounting stuff. So we're just trying to figure out how to set it up properly.
So I'll show you guys really quick what he means. So these are another set of like budget coilovers that Jeff bought, and it's been working great for what it is, but it's kind of nearing the end of its life. But on budget coilovers, they don't really have all the extra stuff, so like he had to reuse his old bump stops from his stock suspension. But on the new stuff, then this is for the rear. We can do a comparison side by side. It already has everything all set up. The top hats and everything, it already comes with it. It already has a dust shield and bump stops, so that's very nice. We don't have to worry about, you know, running to BMW or getting some aftermarket bump stops and everything. Everything's all set. Just a quick overview. Doing suspension on cars is pretty straightforward. Of course, if you have the correct tools, it makes the job easier. But usually these days, you can just go and AutoZone, Advanced Auto. You just rent all the specialty tools and you get your money back when you return it. So it's a win-win. So what we're gonna do now is adjust everything from his previous setup to the new setup and basically get the same ride height, which is basically like a finger gap. We'll be reusing this little bottom grommet piece because this fits perfectly on that. And if you see some other coilover kits, usually the adjustment collar is at the bottom and then this goes onto the top like that. But because of this piece that has to go to the bottom, it's actually flipped around. The fun part, what I was saying, is getting this thing off, because like, I don't know if you can see, but that is pretty wedged in there. It's deformed. So I've been having fun with these, so let's go. Good. That's just a little mock-up. We just did a slight guesstimate on the ride height based off the old one, but it might be different, so we'll tweak all that later. Right now, Jeff is concerned that the new one doesn't have a rubber grommet on the top because it'd be metal on metal. I don't really see anything in the kit. It may not have them because like even these, see, like this would be metal on metal. It'd be the same thing, right? But I would still say if you want to be at peace of mind, just take it off. And there's a booklet down there.
It's like very minimal information. It's like a
take suspension out of the box, install on car, like that. While Jeff reads the children's tutorial on how to do suspension, I'm gonna copy the same setup for this one. Jeff actually has these reinforcement plates to the top of this, so I'm still gonna use those. Just like that. And if you're doing this at home, it's gonna be kind of hard to put the shock up there by yourself and, you know, screw this in from the back. So what I like to do is just find something to hold up the shock, just like that, and then I can go in there, and it's right there, and then I can screw it in. Okay, so to adjust the preload, first you loosen everything so that there's play. So you move that up and down like that, and all you do is you tie on the top collar enough where there's no more play, like that. Then you bring this one all the way to the top. And then from here, tying this up so there's at least 5mm gap. You can eyeball it or use a tape measure. That's really about it. And then after that, you just tighten that up. And then take the 2 spanner wrenches and tighten it up. That's preload. ride height, loosen the lock collar on the bottom, and then just spin the whole top spindle up here, clockwise, right? Clockwise, yeah, clockwise. So tighten it up. So all we're essentially doing is putting the wheels back on, and then we're gonna take the jack and this board, place it underneath the tire, and then raise it up until it has all the pressure on it, like basically how it'd be on the ground. And then we can see the clearance from here. And if we're happy with both sides, then we're done on that side. We have to do the same thing with the rear. And then if we're happy with all that, make sure everything's all buttoned up and everything. If you're kind of guesstimating like how we are, you're gonna do this a few times. So hopefully, we only did it twice on that side, and it came out pretty good for our second try. So hopefully, we count enough threads. It'd be really easy with a micrometer. And you just stick a digital micrometer, shows you the exact measurement. That'd be best, but it is what it is.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this.
Okay, well, it took a few tries, but we've adjusted it multiple times, and we think we got it right. So right now, all Jeff is doing is setting the preload and putting in the last bolt for the strut. Once we put this bolt in, then we can lower this to get the tension off, and then put the wheels on, and then double check our ride height. But I think we got it this time. So we'll do that for the other side if this one matches up. And this one should be much faster than. Who needs a torque wrench? Let's go. It's pretty fun working on other people's projects because half the stuff I just watch. Okay, so yeah, everything's down. Everything looks good. Yeah. I'd say that's a pretty good ride height, at least a comfortable for a daily. Yeah. I think his fitment's pretty good too. What he probably needs now is just an alignment. But it is now Jeff's job to clean up the garage because quite a mess. We're gonna do a quick drive and we'll do a walk around then. Woo. We got all the boys in the car.
Are we low? Are we too low? Are we bottoming out?
Good. Let's find out. How's it feel so far?
Same. Let's hit these up.
Yeah.
I should break it in real quick. Get right to it. Definitely stiffer.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like first impressions. I think it feels fine. We hear no clunks. How does it feel back there, Hazing? Not too bouncy?
It feels very confident. I feel very confident back here.
Very confidence inspiring.
Very confident.
Ready to rip.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna close out this video right here. I think it looks pretty damn good, and yeah, we might have to do some minor tweaks with the ride height, but for now it's completely drivable, shootable, all that jazz. Probably mess with the dampening a little bit, but I think Jeff and I did a pretty good job. We're kind of winging this. Yeah, it's not our first time doing suspension, but it's been a while since I messed with coilovers. So other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button and everything, subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.